as I was saying before, my Destiny clan that I've been playing Destiny with since Destiny came out, what's that, 8 years now? We've all dropped off over the last 2 years. There's only a couple of guys still playing, but everyone seems to be excited about Diablo 4. And earlier today, people were talking about like where they're pre-ordering, and it's like, oh, old days coming back, because there's like, I don't know, 15 of us, and we used to play together all the time. So this is Diablo 4 official endgame overview gameplay trailer. I haven't seen any of the gameplay. I've only seen one of the intro cinematics. So let's check it out. And I'm going to be playing a Rogue, because if I do stream it, Roguenjosh, Rogue, it makes sense.
We're really excited about getting this game into players' hands and letting them experience this massive world.
I like that it's darker than 3 in tone.
As a player continues to advance through the story and into the endgame, they'll unlock a ton of brand new activities that provide meaningful progression, no matter their playstyle.
Players will be able to keep progressing in the narrative of the game. Alongside that, the whole team has worked on crafting a variety of different experiences players can pursue.
We're going to have an entire world of Sanctuary for our players to offer. There's going to never be an absence of something to do.
After the player has finished the campaign, there's a lot more game to go and participate in. They gain access to a special, what we call capstone dungeon that they have to complete. Once they're able to finish this capstone dungeon, they're going to gain access to the first world tier.
As you complete the world tier, it will open up the opportunity for you to go into your next world tier. That involves unlocking powerful loot, new items, and more advantages for your player to have a better opportunity at endgame.
New Game Plus.
Whether you're a fan of dungeons, PvP,
Baldur's Gate
or just
Dark
roaming
Alliance
around the world,
was the only game that I ever finished
maxed
multiple times in New Games Plus.
As your character continues to grow in power, you'll start with the skill tree and expand out into the Paragon system.
A lot of the choices the players make are grounded on skills themselves and the fantasies associated with those skills. The Paragon board is a place where we're allowed to have a lot more depth, a lot more customization, many more options as you go.
You can rotate the board, so you can choose a different path if you're like, I want to do more strength-based things, or I want these particular boons or glyphs. You can chart your path through it, and they're really a way for you to keep expanding your character and making it uniquely yours.
Similar to the Paragon boards is the Codex of Power. It's an in-game system that holds the aspects related to the character. You are able to complete a dungeon, and they will have a chance to drop an aspect that you can pick up.
And what this allows players to do is take items they're finding in the world and make them more powerful, turn them into legendary items.
It's really special to discover what kind of playstyle really means the most to you.
That is cool.
Every part of Sanctuary is fulfilling and satisfying. Dungeons in particular are really close to my heart. Nightmare dungeons are going to give the players the opportunity to experience a dungeon that they might have already experienced
Endgame is
in their
not my
past
thing in
playthroughs.
Diablo.
They'll enter the dungeon with a found
In Diablo
sigil
3,
that
I didn't even
alters
finish the
playstyle
story.
and the intensity of the dungeon.
They're more difficult, and they have additional objectives, and then they also have affixes, which add a degree of difficulty for you and your group to work through.
My plan is to get a new PC for Starfield and Stalker 2.
It's actually called Hellgate. Occasionally, these portals will open
I was
up
looking at
throughout the
upgrades for my
They'll
PC,
pour out
and
different
I realized
monsters
that my
aren't native to that
motherboard and
region.
processor
You'll
is
also be
7
dealing with
years
while
old.
You're trying to handle everything else inside the dungeon.
But everyone in my clan is
There's over
playing this on
100 dungeons to
PS5,
play
so I'm a
through and
bit
find
stuck.
in Diablo 4, and any one of them can become a nightmare dungeon by finding a nightmare sigil and then using it to activate the nightmare version of that dungeon space.
Everything's a little darker, everything's more
How
difficult.
sick are these
It's going to add a
interview
little bit of a
spaces,
twist
by
of
the way?
flavor
Like,
on your
the
particular
gothic
dungeon.
sick room, and they've got the developers like sitting
There's
there in
some
Diablo
targeted
gear.
activities in
awesome.
Diablo 4 that suit what you're feeling in the mood for.
The Forces of Hell are starting to have more influence in certain parts of Sanctuary in the vast interconnected overworld of the experience. And as the players are going into Helltide areas, you're going to find even more powerful monsters. And by killing them, they'll be able to gain these special shards they can take to go and use to purchase these big rewards that are available at these caches that are found littered throughout Helltide areas.
The sky darkens and the rivers run red, meteors fall from the sky, and the monsters get harder. We really want to create new experiences for the players. There's one I really like called Whispers of the Dead, which you get from the Tree of Whispers. The Tree of Whispers is grim and a little gruesome, but it's also something mystically haunting and kind of beautiful.
The tree has a little bit of a grudge against our players, and it would like for them to go serve its needs. So you're going to go serve these bounties, gather different rewards, different items, and bring them back to the tree in hopes that it can exchange you something really
there's only a minute and a half left. I was going to stop. I was like, this is getting way too far into the end game that I would ever be really interested in. I just want to play the story.
We really wanted to create variety for
people
to be able to
I was an
spend
Endgame
time
Destiny
where they
player,
wanted to.
so maybe this is the one that
the way
grabs
it's
me.
been put together, and I can't wait for people to see it, to be honest.
Do you know what game I always want to get back to and play? Elder Scrolls Online.
That we call the Fields of Hatred.
I
where
always
presence in Sanctuary has begun to seep
want
through
to
manifest
make that my main game. I just don't think the gameplay ever grabs me.
Engage in player versus player conflict.
These offer opportunities for the player to collect shards. But there is a little bit of a catch. In order to get these shards back to town, you will need to purify them. Other players will definitely know that you're attempting to purify your shards, so you'd better be prepared to fight if you're going to be
they've got a
playing
Tarkov.
any PvP, and be prepared that you might
They've got a
lose
dark
some stuff
zone.
in the meantime.
Once they've got the purified shards, they can take these, go back to nearby towns to
Oh
sell
my
them,
god,
and then
they've
use
got
that
a
to buy whole
Tarkov.
bunch
They've
of
got a
like, usually
Division
authentic
Dark
items and rewards.
Zone.
It's a place for people who
So
really love
interesting.
PvP and want to still get loot and still increase their character's power.
That
If
is
that's
what's
the way
going.
they want to
Okay,
play, they can.
that's what my clan
Launch
is going to be
just the
doing.
beginning. One of the things we're really focused on
That's
is
what I'm going to be
creating
doing.
a
I'm not going to
living,
be
breathing
replaying
set of
the
updates for
story
players
over and
to
over
engage
again.
with after the game has gone live.
It's really just going to be a way to keep coming back and experiencing more Diablo 4 in fresh ways.
We're really eager to hear all of your experiences and just enjoy the entire story with you all.
Hectic. All right, Diablo 4. I did not know there was a PvP Dark Zone kind of mode that has piqued my attention. I can never get into those point and click type games. Well, the one that I played the most of that I was saying before was on PS2. It was the Baldur's Gate that was on PS2. And I, with friends used to like on the same screen multiplayer and finish it. We used to do like all-nighters on the weekend, finish it, and then the next weekend to do a new game plus and stuff.